cat and a mouse were fast friends. The mouse lived in a hole inside the wall of the farmhouse. Every evening when the farmer and his wife went to bed, the cat and the mouse would play until morning. They would run over the floor, up the curtains, and jump into the cupboards. They'd push each other out of the beds and pounce on each other's tails. They played all sorts of games. Now, one day the farmer came home with a gun. He hadn't had any dinner, and he was very hungry. "I wish I had a nice plump mouse to eat," he said. And just then, meow, the cat jumped up on the table and said, "I wish I could catch a fat juicy mouse." The farmer smiled. "Well, I'll help you with that," he said. Then he took off the gun and handed it to the cat. "Here you are," he said. "Do you know how to use this?" The cat had never seen a gun before. She took it in her mouth, pointed it toward the cupboard where the mouse lived, and fired. Bang! The mouse ran out of the cupboard. The cat jumped after him, but she missed. The mouse ran under the bed. The cat went after him and found him hiding in a hole. come out, little mouse," she said. "I want to play with you." But the mouse didn't come out. He stayed quietly in his hole. The cat sat down beside the bed and thought for a minute. Then she got up and went to the cupboard. She pulled out a small box from behind some plates and brought it to the hole under the bed. The mouse poked his nose out of the hole and saw the box. The cat laid her head down on the box and pretended to be asleep. The mouse got suspicious. He looked around to make sure the coast was clear. Then he crept out from under the bed and cautiously approached the box. When he was close enough, the cat opened one eye, then the other. She grabbed the mouse and started to purr. "Gotcha," she said. The mouse squirmed in her paws. "Don't eat me," he begged. "Let me go, and I'll give you half of everything I have." The cat thought for a minute. "Well, that sounds like a good deal," she said. So she let the mouse go. The mouse ran back to his hole and came out with 2 big chunks of cheese. He put the cheese down and backed away. Then the cat ate the cheese, and the mouse ran back into his hole. The cat waited a minute, then went back to the cupboard and brought out a sack full of grain. She laid the sack down beside the cheese and went back to the hole to wait for the mouse. The mouse came out again and saw the sack of grain. He pushed it with his nose, then ran away. The cat waited a bit, then went to the cupboard and brought out an empty box. She placed the box next to the sack of grain and returned to the hole. The mouse came out, saw the box, and climbed inside. The cat quickly shut the lid and said, "Gotcha." The mouse struggled to get out, but the box was nailed shut. The cat carried the box to the table, sat down, and started to purr. She had caught so many mice before, but none of them had been clever enough to make a deal with her. She was very proud of herself. Then she heard a voice. Well, what do we have here?" "A cat with a gun and a mouse in a box." The cat and the mouse looked up and saw the farmer standing over them. "Quick, climb into the box with me," the mouse said to the cat. So the cat jumped into the box, and the mouse shut the lid. Then the farmer picked up the box, put it on his shoulder, and walked out the door. The mouse and the cat looked at each other. They had escaped from the farmer, but now they were trapped inside the box together. They started to fight, but the mouse quickly noticed that the hole in the box was big enough for him to squeeze through. But not for the cat. Hey, little cat," the mouse said. "Let me out of here, and I'll let you out later." The cat refused to do this, and the mouse squeezed through the hole and left the cat inside the box. When the mouse got out, he ran as fast as he could. He didn't stop running until he reached the safety of his hole in the wall. As soon as the mouse was safe inside his hole, he closed the entrance with some dirt. Then he sat down and started to laugh. He laughed about how clever he was and how he had tricked the cat. Meanwhile, the cat was still inside the box. She tried to claw her way out, but the wood was too strong. She scratched and scratched until her claws were all worn down to the quick. Then she started to cry. She cried and cried until the farmer came back into the room. He heard the cat crying and started to pet her. There, my little kitty cat," he said. "What's wrong?" The cat stopped crying and looked up at the farmer. She opened the box and jumped into his arms. Then she purred and rubbed against his hand. She had learned her lesson. She would never try to trick a clever mouse again.